Local open-source AI-powered image to negative 3D mesh generation. Turn any photo into a 3D model using open-source AI models running entirely on your GPU. Modly is a desktop application for Windows, Linux, and Apple Silicon Mac OS. Created by lightningpixel. Head to the releases page to download the latest installer for Windows, Linux, or Apple Silicon Mac OS. Alternatively, you can clone the repository and run the app directly without installing. On Windows, launch the batch file. On Linux or Mac OS, run the launch shell script. Getting started. First, install JavaScript dependencies by running npm install. Then set up the Python backend, change to the API directory, create a virtual environment, activate it, and install the requirements. On Windows, activate the environment by running the activate script in the venv scripts folder. On Linux or Mac OS, source the activate script in the venv bin folder. Install the required Python packages with pip. Next, run the development server with npm run dev. Then test the application by running npm test, compiling TypeScript without emitting files, and building the project. Platform notes. Mac OS support targets Apple Silicon only. Mac OS uses native window controls while Windows and Linux keep the custom controls. The top bar shows a live RAM indicator sourced from the main process. Workflow wiring is validated before run. Invalid graphs stay in place and surface inline or toast warnings. Instead of dropping the current mesh view, package Apple Silicon Mac OS with the npm run package. Mac command. Imported meshes can be smoothed and decimated in app. Optimized results are written back into the workspace. Extension system. Modly supports external model and process extensions. Each extension is a GitHub repository containing a manifest file, plus the runtime entry files required by its type. Official extensions include Unity 3D2 Mini, Unity 3D2 Mini Turbo, Unity 3D2 Mini Fast, Tripo SG, and Trellis 2GGUF, each available on GitHub. To install an extension, go to the Models page and click Install from GitHub. Enter the HTTPS URL of the extension repository and confirm. If the extension exposes model nodes, download the model or one of its variants. Process extensions are ready once installation and setup complete. Workflows. Start with a basic workflow, such as image to generate mesh to add to scene. Make sure there is a connection between each step. Go to the Generate tab, select the workflow, and click Generate 3D Model. Click Settings, Logs, or Errors to see any issues. Modly CLI. Agents and scripts can call a running Modly desktop app without using the UI via the standard library-only command line interface. The CLI is a thin helper over Modly's canonical automation concepts and keeps final machine-readable JSON on standard output. Example commands include health, model list, workflow run status, and generate. The generate command starts a workflow run from an image, polls the returned run, exports the final mesh when requested, and includes recovery metadata such as workflow run status and workflow run cancel in the JSON response. Canonical commands are health, model, workflow run, capability, and process run. The friendly generate command starts the appropriate API call, polls the returned run, and exports the final mesh when ready. Compatibility and helper surfaces are intentionally separated. Community. Join the Discord server to stay up to date with the latest news, report bugs, and share feedback. Sponsors. Thanks to our early sponsors for believing in Modly and helping make local AI 3D generation more accessible. Sponsors include Rahipa, Benjamin, and Imajago Sudo. License. This project is licensed under the MIT license. If you fork this project and build your own app from it, you must credit the original project and its creator. Based on Modly by lightningpixel.